come here with us, and I will give you the floor during the first part, second speaker, and then we will go through the question. I think it's the best way how to do it. So you have 20 minutes. Please respect it like that. We can have interactions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and congratulations to Right for Water. Please, because the one success is driving the rest of us. Had we not had one success, we can definitely say that this was definitely set up to fail. But we have one success, so that is an inspiration for the rest of us. I am so pleased to see so many young people in the room. You are today. You are not the future. You are today. And therefore, what you do and what you say and how you act is what is going to make Europe great. And that's where I'm coming from. So at the minute, bear with me that I've got two hats on. One, I'm running an ECI. Two, I'm a member of the Economic and Social Committee. So the Economic and Social Committee is basically the tripartite organisation of employers, trade unions and various interest groups. And I'm from the employers group. And I'm a small SME. I run my own business. I'm a real entrepreneur. I'm driven by action. Let me ask you a question. How many of you have heard Mr. Barroso, he's the President of the European Union, just in case you're not quite sure. There's loads of people out, millions of people out there who don't know who he is. How many of you have heard him mention an ECI in the last year? How many of you have heard any politicians in your own countries talk about an ECI? So the one thing that was set up to engage European citizens in the political decision-making of the European Union is not even being promoted by our politicians. So what do we have? Absolutely useless politicians and the President of the European Union who creates something that they don't want to shout about. And the question is why? Probably because they don't want you in the political decision-making process. And that's where I want to start from, because we need to ask those questions. If this was set up to succeed, why is nobody shouting about it? Why are people not trying to engage the citizens and tell them what an ECI is, so that people like Right to Water, people like me, don't have to try and explain what an ECI is? Because nobody knows out there. We've disengaged our citizens in Europe from politics, from bureaucracy, from what's going on in Brussels, and it's time we change this, because this is a European Union of people. And this is basically what the Economic and Social Committee said in its report. Before the ECIs were launched, or during the first processes when we didn't know what was happening, we didn't know how it was going to be, we said, okay, first of all, what we can identify is this is underfunded, it's understaffed, there's no help, and nobody knows what it is and nobody's promoting it. So we need to change that. But actually, we also did very little to try and promote that. So we are also at fault, even as us as an institution. The ECI gives the power to the people. It's about influencing change and changing policy, and it's about you being a change maker. Okay, that's the theory. In practice, what a load of rubbish. From inside the European Commission, we have heard, this is fact, we have heard, why are you doing an ECI? You do know it's set up to fail, don't you? We have also heard that even if it succeeds, the politicians don't know what they're going to do with it, and this is what we're waiting to see now, what is going to happen with Right to Water. But we have been told already that they don't know what they're going to do. The other thing that we've also been told, which is really interesting, because there's a really good ECI coming up on legitimising marijuana. Apparently some ECIs no matter how many signatures they get, will not be implemented. Nellie Crowe supported the ECI on the roaming and said that she would push it through and she would support it, but even she's been lobbied by the companies, and even she's backed down. So where is the backbone of our politicians that is going to support the European citizens? Because the hat that I'm wearing is the one that represents the European citizens, and I know I'm harsh, but somebody has to be occasionally. So how do I know, and how do I know all about this? And why do ECI's interest me? Well, you can obviously see it's one of my passionate subjects. First of all, because I'm an EESC member, and I represent citizens. Second, because I'm a European citizen and I'm driven by change. Third, because I'm an entrepreneur, and entrepreneurs believe in action and not words. And fourth, because I was the rapporteur on an opinion in the committee on female entrepreneurship. We gave it to the Commission. We told the Commission we wanted 4 recommendations. Those same 4 recommendations have been put in place in America, Australia, Canada and New Zealand. They have doubled the number of female entrepreneurs. They have created X million of jobs. They have created X millions of turnover. And most jobs created since the crisis and SMEs created since the crisis were by women. Therefore, please put these 4 pieces of policy in. We were told no. So, we decided to do an ECI. God, I'm so naive sometimes. I really think that, you know, what Europe does for me is really there to help me. Okay, so, my motto is, and I have to say it's probably the same motto also of all the other people who are driving the ECIs at the minute, my motto is, you must be the change you want to see, because that's what Gandhi said. But Madi's motto is, you must be the change you want to see, no excuses. So therefore I put my neck on the line. So, we lead by example as change makers. 1 million signatures. Wow, that's easy. There's 500 million people in the European Union. 51% of them at least are women. The demographics and the ageing says therefore that the majority of those people are above 18. My odds were clear. I would easily get 1 million signatures within a month, never mind within a year. So of course I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it. The initial enthusiasm was fantastic. People were really supportive, never mind 7 people in 7 countries. We got 28 people in one person in each member state to say that they would stand up and support us. You only still need the 7 actually on the website. We had the 28, even though Croatia wasn't at that point a member. So, what you do, you get 12 months to collect the 1 million signatures from the minute you register. So we registered because we were really enthusiastic. But once you registered, you do know you've got to set up the collection system. Collection system takes almost 3 months to set up. Be warned. If you're doing an ECI, set up the collection system first, then register.